Oh wow, it was still going. Normally it would pause on me. All right. So welcome to episode 43. Um and mostly this is going to be Survivor Series stuff. We're going to talk about some news, but it's not going to be, the biggest news, but most of
Nah.
this is be Survivor Series and our the preview and predictions. I think I got a big thing that I'm going to maybe throw a curveball for the women's War Games match. Not who's the fifth member, but how it's going to end. So I got a theory that's going to happen. Um, I could be wrong.
Interesting.
Could
Interesting.
be wrong, but I could also be right. So at the end of this, we might be, you might be seeing, remember what he said, on Wednesday pay per view. So we'll see. But we will get into Survivor Series stuff towards the end. I'm gonna leave that towards the end and make that the main thing at the end. Um, but how are you? How are you going? I know the World Cup has been going on. I haven't got to watch as much because it literally comes on at 8 in the morning most of the time. Or actually, it's 5 in the morning for the first match for me, and then the
Yeah.
second match, well, 8 in the morning. Completely, it doesn't help my schedule at all. But
No.
it is what it is because I already know with the time difference how they have to do it.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, the World Cup's been a mad one. Like with Argentina losing to Saudi Arabia and now Germany losing to Japan, it's been a World Cup of upsets so far. So yeah, it's just wondering what else is going to happen. Canada actually is right now going against Belgium. Belgium are 1-0 up expectantly, but for a while, Canada actually had a lot of shots. So it looked like Canada was actually going to go ahead against Belgium, which that would have been mad if that had happened. So yeah, something's going on this World Cup. It's quite crazy, but I'm loving it. Oh.
Is okay. I have a little connection problem, but um, yeah, it quite is just um, because I mean, I know from watching. Well, you probably haven't, but with college basketball, they have this thing called March Madness. So it's basically forget this group stuff that they're doing with the World Cup. It's basically, oh, we're going to seed you this, and it's in four brackets, 64 teams, and it's basically like winner take all. So like
Okay.
it's like so seeing some of these World Cup like games play out to be like upsets and everything, it for me in here in the US, it makes me feel with the March Madness stuff when it comes to college basketball. So seeing some of these upsets, it's like March Madness for me all over again. So it's like March for us with basketball is by far probably the best term we have in America. Um, and that's with me even liking, American football and the playoffs and the NBA because American football that'll be my best sport ever since I played it. But it like that March Madness is the best tournament we have, and seeing these teams like in the World Cup that's upsetting them, that's how the feel it has for me. And I know probably over there it's a lot like it's like huge because you don't expect it like more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for we're not too surprised because we see it in March Madness all the time, just because it's a single elimination. Now, luckily, if this was single elimination, a lot of these teams it would be like insane. But I'm glad
It really would be.
it makes sense for it not to be single elimination like yet. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but that's the beauty of the World Cup. Like we always say, when the World Cup comes around, you never know what's going to happen. Anything can happen in the World Cup. So, and it's been showing it this year round. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. What's up, Yusuf? Welcome to.
Yusuf,
Um,
welcome.
yeah, it's. I mean, the World Cup. I'm not gonna lie. You know, public because I'm gonna have a good amount of time off. Thanksgiving coming up for us, and so like today's like my first off day, even though I get off in the morning. I hate that it's considered an off day, even though I'm working on the day. But I don't
That's
go
some
back.
bullshit.
So like I get to relax a good bit and I get to watch some of it too. So like I get to watch some of it upcoming. So that's the beauty of being off here like the next couple of days. So I can't wait to watch it. Um I just tell you right now, England, we're getting killed by them on Friday. I look, I don't expect us to really beat them. But if we somehow draw or only lose by one, I will be ecstatic. I will be ecstatic.
I
But
don't blame you. I don't blame you. No offense, though. For once, I'm actually gonna have to cheer on England because England beating you lot will actually benefit us quite a lot. So yeah, no hard feelings.
yeah, I mean it's crazy. I slept all through. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna watch, us versus y'all. I'm going to do it. Didn't wake up till that night, and it made me mad because I woke up and I seen outside and it was so dark. I was like, well, damn, I have already just missed. But Friday, I am not missing it. So maybe it'll be a. What did he
It was
say? He
it
was
was it was
work. He was doing work in the university. Oh, pretending to do work. While
a
blame me. But all right, I've been fumbling with the words a little bit, but into some quick news, and then we will get to what we think with Survivor Series, with War Games, and all etc. that's going to happen. Um, so there's an article. I don't really want to talk about that much. Excuse me. That's came up in the past that when Jinder Mahal was WWE champion, Brock didn't want to
oh
work
god.
and everything.
Oh god.
Well, so now, according to the Road Dog, because on his podcast he talked about it, Brock was actually not wanting to work with Kevin Owens. I don't know. I don't understand that at all. I don't think that's. I would hope that's not true because Kevin Owens is one, good on the mic. Two, he is going to put on a show. And I don't. I hope that's not it. He said people thought it was Jinder Mahal, but it was Kevin Owens. Well, that doesn't even make no sense at all. But that's maybe a reason. I don't understand it at all. I guess because he wanted to work with Goldberg because of the WrestleMania match. At what WrestleMania was that? 33.
Yeah, it was 33. And yeah, to be honest, I don't understand that. Like, I hope it's not true. I don't see it being true because I see Brock as a person that is open to work with anyone really, as long as they're safe in the ring. And Kevin is safe in the ring. He's very good. He's very talented. The only reason why I would say that Brock might like say no to working with Kevin is that if he feels their styles would not clash together very well. I don't know if that's might be the reason, but that's the only thing I can think of. But I don't see that being true. I don't see that being true at all.
Yeah, I don't know. When when I was looking up articles of news that might have been, at least talk worthy, I saw that and I was like, man, that don't make no sense. But I don't feel like it'd be something like Road Dog seems like an odd match. I mean, might be, but like, I mean, Kevin is going to have a good match with anybody. Brock can do a good match with anybody when he's willing to work. So I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like Road Dogg would just lie about something like that. It'd be odd for him to.
No.
But uh that's just a little something. Montez Ford, he's had a calf injury. but he's supposed to be returning soon, so we'll probably see the Street Profits in some type of way. I would like for them to continue to venture out as a singles wrestler because Montez Ford. Let me just tell you, I'm huge on Montez. I don't know about you. I know a lot of people are. I could see. I know this is going to be like highly of me to say this, but I really could see him being as a world champion like in a couple of years if he did a singles run.
My opinion on Montez Ford is this: like, I love the Street Profits together. I do see a lot of potential in Montez Ford, like being a singles wrestler and him being a future champion if he's given a proper, like, say if he branches off from the Street Profits, he gets given his own individual character gimmick to work with. He gets over with the crowd. He's already got the in-ring talent to do it, so I could see it. But then that also begs the question of what does Angelo Dawkins do? Because he doesn't really have the same ceiling that Montez Ford does. So it's a case of, do you keep the Street Profits together in order to keep Angelo Dawkins something to do? Or do you have Montez Ford go singles eventually and then just sort of like just try and find something else for Angelo Dawkins to do? You could go either way, but yeah, in terms of answering your question of like, could I see Montez Ford being a future champion? WWE champion, if given the right character, yeah, definitely, 100%. Definitely the Continental champion at the very least, or United States champion, definitely.
Yeah, I see. This is what I would do with them. I'd keep them together, but I'd have them branch out as singles little by little, but still be together, not break up or anything, and just
Mm.
because you've seen Kofi do it, you've seen Big E do it, something like that where they can just branch off and they can be their own. Yeah, kind of like the New Day, like I was saying.
Yeah,
So
kind of like the New Day.
I I could really, and I know a lot of people are more high on Ford than Dawkins. I mean, I am too, but I think Dawkins, he, I think he's still very, very good. They don't really give him a lot of credit, but I think he's still really, really good. Can
Oh
he
yeah,
by himself? That's a big question. I could see Ford being by himself. Dawkins, I don't know if he was to do a singles run, but still be together. I don't know, but Ford should be returning soon from the calf injury, so we should see the Street Profits in some type of way here soon. Probably after Survivor Series, I'd say, or something like that. They
Wh-
said they really, really soon. So I'm guessing probably in the next week or two after
which is
Survivor Series.
which is going to be very good because the tag team division does need the Street Profits at the moment in some areas because it's starting to get old with the same tag teams being in the title picture again and again and again. So it'll be good to see the Street Profits like back in the tag team division, giving it like, something to spice up the division a bit.
Yeah. Something that we talked about, I think, last episode. But it came out again today that he's trying to fight for it. So Bobby Lashley wanting to hurt business back. There's another thing that he just wants it. He's been fighting for it, and I wish more people that wanted a certain stuff kept on fighting for it like he has because you can tell he really wants it back, and he felt like under Vince the run of it was not as good as he wanted it to be. Uh, I am all for them coming back because one, we get to see more of Shelton Benjamin. Two, Cedric Alexander actually gets a good spot on television like he should because he's a hell of an athlete. And then three, we get MVP away from Omos, and Omos just, you know, if he even wants to join the Heart business and be the bodyguard, I'm for that. But him by himself, we need to get him off television if that's the case. Somehow, some way.
Yeah, I agree. I'm all for the Hurt Business being back together as well because like the Hurt Business, even under Vince, though not as good as it could have been, they were still one of the best things on TV at the time. um, which is it shows something really. But yeah, like even with MVP or not with MVP, like even if it's just Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, I think we do very much need the Hurt Business back together because, again, the Hurt Business, Cedric and Shelton back together will spice up the tag team division more than it needs to. And also, it gives Bobby like someone to be next to him, something for them to do, and just gives Bobby a bit more purpose rather than just like being in title feuds. So yeah, I'm all for the Hurt Business being back together. And like you said, even if like Omos like joins the Hurt Business as like some sort of big muscle, big bodyguard, that would be tolerable. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Only reason I say that too is look, Triple H, he's got to be high on him for him to be on television. So he's got to be high on almost on some sort of way. Now, if you watch, Xavier's like, YouTube channel, Up, Down, Down, he shows like a different side of him on that, and I kind of wish they would show that, in
On
the
TV.
like there's like a different side, and you can tell he's got like a good personality and stuff in that when he does like if he's on like his channel and stuff. Um, so that's why I feel like he's Triple H is high on him for some reason, and I don't think he would just be left on his own without MVP or just because I feel like with the Hurt Business coming back, even though it doesn't need him, I think MVP just adds another value to the faction. But
I agree.
let's see here. So looking way down in the road, 2027's WrestleMania, it will be close to if they get the new building done in Nashville, which is going to be an insane build. I don't know if you've seen it at all, but this concept of the stadium is going to be huge. So the stadium they were in for SummerSlam, Nissan Stadium, they're about to toss that away, and they're doing like a new stadium for our. So for the Tennessee Titans, which is the American football team in Tennessee, they're doing like an entire new stadium. It's going to be insane. So if they get that done, WrestleMania in 2027, which I can't think of which damn WrestleMania that is, 40 something. I don't know. uh, it'll be in Nashville. I hope that's the case because that'll be the first WrestleMania.
Thank you, Yusuf. WrestleMania 43. Thank you, Yusuf.
I'm glad he can think because I can't right now. But 43, I'd probably go to. I definitely save up because I can tell you right now, Nashville traffic on just a normal day is terrible because I've been up there for like just a Raw or SmackDown also, and the traffic on like just a normal day is awful. I can't even imagine if they have a WrestleMania there.
WrestleMania, yeah. It'd be hectic.
But I hope that's the case because I will legit start saving up right now so I can go and I WrestleMania. That's for sure. Um all
You'd
right.
have to come there
So
3 days in advance.
yeah. So Stone Cold does a video and basically comes out and says, I'm just getting in shape, blah blah blah. My body don't look good. Well, I can tell you right now, you're not fooling anybody. We know that you coming back. So
Cue rock eyebrow raise.
yes, I like how he tried to collect it and everything, and he might be doing that just for his body, but no one's going to train the way he is without
If
knowing.
he ain't coming back.
I don't know who his opponent will be, but that's determined. But I'm just throwing it out there. Like he ain't going to do all that and everything to not come back and wrestle another time. That's just not going to happen. So talking about returning people, The Rock is supposedly could return at the Royal Rumble to set up the Roman match. I don't know how you feel about The Rock and Roman facing off against each other. I hope it's not for no title because that would defeat the purpose of who we know who's going to win.
Yeah. See, I have two minds about Rock and Roman. Like Rock and Roman, I could see being for a title and also not for a title because, like, you could say that Rock and Roman doesn't really need a title to sell the story because, like, the whole story behind Rock and Roman is that Roman thinks he's the tribal chief of the head of the table of the whole family, whereas The Rock would obviously say that he's still the head of the table. So they could build a whole story just around that alone without even bringing the title into the equation. But also, on the other hand, if you want to make that match as big as it possibly can be, then you can also involve the title in. So you could go either way with it. But I do think Rock and Roman have to face at some point. Like at a WrestleMania, it makes sense. And why not do it this upcoming WrestleMania in LA? It just makes sense.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, the title cannot be on the line. For me, the title can't be on the line. Because one, oh my God, please no.
Oh Jesus. We do not want to see that, Yusuf, my word.
Um, I don't want the title to be on the line, and I know people are going to complain. Oh, he's defending one belt, but he ain't defending the other. Look, um, I don't want the title to be on the line if they're facing because it's too predictable who's going to win. Which I
Yeah.
think, no matter, spoiler alert, I'll do a Paul Heyman. No matter if the title's on the line or not, The Rock is going to lose. I think
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Rock is going to put Roman over if they do face. I don't see Rock being the person to like just beat Roman and be the first person to pin Roman in like ever since he's like gone the whole like tribal chief gimmick. I just don't see it. I don't see Rock being that selfish. So yeah, I see him putting over Roman definitely.
Okay, something quick because this is going to basically entwine with Cody Rhodes for me. Cody Rhodes, I mean, most people thought he was going to return at the Rumble. It just came up that most likely he is going to be in the Rumble match, and for me, he's going to win. Spoiler alert! I don't. I think that's I don't care about predictability sometimes. In this case, I really don't care because I really think he should be the one to win, and then ultimately defeat Roman for one of the titles, whichever one. Don't care. But my question is, do you put the Rock and Roman on not one or not two, and then say if Cody wins, you put which one you put, not one or not two?
That's it. Because I do think both matches could happen. Like especially if Cody does return in the Rumble and then wins it, because then Rock can face Roman at WrestleMania without even needing to win the Rumble. So yeah, Rock and Roman could just happen. Cody can win the Rumble to face Roman at Mania. So yeah, you just have the question of which one would you do because you could argue Rock and Roman is the bigger match in terms of star power, so you'd say that deserves to be night two. But on the other hand, you say if you do Rock and Roman night two, it wouldn't make sense to have Roman lose to Cody in night one and go into Rock versus Roman having lost a match. So
Mm-hmm.
like so it would make more sense me personally to do Rock Roman night one, have that main event night one, and then do Roman and Cody in night two, and probably have that main event night two. So have Roman main event both shows. I mean, why the fuck not?
Yeah, I mean he's already main evented 5 WrestleManias or whatever it is. Anyways, now Now, this Mania, I don't care if he main events both nights because it makes sense if you're
It
going to do.
does.
And I agree with Yusuf, and I agree with your take. You can't have Roman. That would also give Rock vs. Roman a reason not to be for the title too. Correct. Um, I you can't have Roman come out not to after a loss. You can't. I don't.
No, God no.
So yeah, so Cody's supposed to return at the Rumble, and I think that's what would happen. Our last slate of news before we talk about Survivor Series. Um, the fifth member is supposed to be Becky Lynch. Um, for their team. She's
I could
basically
see it.
slated for to be the fifth member. Um, I think they said on Raw that it was supposed to be this Friday that we're supposed to know who it is going to be. I think I didn't watch a lot of Raw because I took a nap before work, so I don't really. Well, Raw kind of puts you to sleep sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, hard to watch it. Friday nights, I am like glued to the television, but Monday nights, boy, it's kind of hard. There's parts of the show that I love, but man, it's hard to watch all of it. But Becky's slated to be the fifth member. Kind of makes sense because I think if you have Sasha Banks come back and if she does, I think it's going to be after the match.
Yeah, I think so. I think Becky is definitely going to be the person because it just makes sense. Like even just from when we last saw Becky after her match against Bianca Belair at SummerSlam, when Becky sort of turned face after the match and um, stood up to Bianca's side against Damage Control when Bailey returned and Io and Dakota made their debuts. So just from that story alone, like it makes sense for Becky to be the fifth woman in the match and face Damage Control's team. Um, and also, you gotta think though. I mean, I'll touch more on this when we get to our predictions. But if Becky is the fifth woman, then you gotta think that that will mean that Becky's team would win the match. You would think
Hmm.
it would make it just a bit more predictable.
Well, when we get into it, you'll understand my understanding of who I think is going to. All right, so let's go to the match card. Let's get the first match out of the way because I could give zero shits about it. I'm going to be Ronda Rousey. Um, look, she has improved really good. I like the green hair. I like everything about her, but they haven't really built her up all the way to facing Ronda Rousey. First of all, I'm gonna be honest with you. Ronda Rousey, let's get the fucking title off of her. Oh my god. He needs to just ride in the sunset and just do movies, TV show appearances, whatever. Get her off WWE television. I know I'm not supposed to rant about some stuff, but I am going to because she needs to. The SmackDown division sucks overall, just as a whole. Her being the champion does not fucking help at all. Does not. But I'm not going to talk about this much. Ronda Rousey will retain for me. And that's really all I'll talk about it. I don't really care talking about this match.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, really. Like I'm a fan of Shotzi. Like I think she gets a bit too much hate. I mean, I know she kind of makes the odd mistake in the ring every now and then. Like she can make the odd botch, but I think overall she is a talented wrestler, and I do like her gimmick, and I think she appeals to a certain like fan base, if that makes sense. But yeah, she hasn't been built up nearly enough to win the women's title. You could just tell she was just put there as a, just a filler match for Ronda just to retain the title. And in terms of Ronda being champion, I agree. She doesn't elevate the division much. And the SmackDown Women's division is god awful. Like, only a couple of women on that brand I'm very interested in, and that's about it. I think, unfortunately, Ronda is going to hold the title all the way to Mania. Um, I think she'll hold it all the way to Mania, and then probably, I don't know, she'll end up facing Becky, have that match finally happen, and then Becky will win the belt, and then hopefully Ronda will just go away from WWE forever, please. But yeah, Ronda Rousey retains, definitely, without a doubt.
Yeah, I think too. Unfortunately, I agree that she's going to hold the belt till WrestleMania. You can hear the excitement in my voice. Um, yeah, yeah. I think you nailed it on the money with her and everything. And I hope Becky just hits the fuck out of her. Honestly, I'm just Ronda shouldn't get much hate from me. I know she's trying and everything, but the experiment and everything it has been over. She has not done. Okay, and let's just. The only thing she does well is if they have like Extreme Rules or something. And her Extreme Rules match with Liv Morgan sucked. I don't know,
Yeah.
bro. I don't know how you can have Extreme
Do
Rules.
you Do
I
you remember those chair shots? Do you remember those chair shots? They were barely shots. They were taps, like pillow shots, mate. That's all they were. Oh, it was god awful.
let's get off that topic. Let me get back in a better mood because if I keep on talking about her, it's going to be awful. Because all right, let's talk about something. I don't know how the match order is going to go, but we're just going to go from how I wrote it down. We got AJ Styles.
Oh god. No,
AJ,
don't give him ideas, Yusuf. Don't give him ideas, please. We don't need that.
we got AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, which is going to
It's gonna
really good.
bang.
And I will
That
say
match is
this:
gonna be so good.
I don't know the last time I've seen a big match that AJ Styles has won one on one. And
True.
and I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that goes on here, but Rhea will not be in the mix with this. So it's going to be an even. Let's see. You got Gallows, Anderson, and then you got Dom and Damien. So it's going to be even because the women are going to be focused on War Games. I mean, they might have been already through War Games after this match. I don't know, depending on the match order. Um, so you're gonna have chaos from both sides. I think this is going to be a oh damn. Look, after the this awful first match that I hope goes on first and we can just get the match over with. After this, these four matches after Ronda and Shotzi is going to be so damn good. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane because Styles and Balor, they know each other so well. I boy, if they somehow disappoint, I will be shocked. I will be shocked because they're not. AJ Styles could, from his 2016 to like 18, 19 reign on SmackDown, one time I was like, I think he would have like this bottle right here. This can't. He could have a damn good match with that. I mean, that's how good he was in that era. I mean, he's still good, but that few years was
That was
insane.
untouchable.
And I think he needs to get back to that form. And I think with the win over, and that would happen. So I've got AJ. I got AJ.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, in terms of like Rhea, like getting involved and all that, even if she does get involved, there will be Mia Yim as well on the OC side to deal with Rhea. So it is going to be much more evenly matched, and I think they're going to build upon that. Yeah, of course, Finn and Styles, that they're gonna absolutely kill it. Like the last match at TLC when Bray Wyatt got sick and then Styles was an impromptu replacement for Bray. They absolutely tore it down in that match, and that was like literally just on the spot. Like, can you imagine what they can do when they actually have a planned match and they can work on like the choreography of that match for weeks on end? Like, God knows what they have planned. So they're gonna absolutely tear the house down. I just know it. It's probably gonna be match of the night, apart from like the War Games matches, just because War Games are chaos. But yeah, in my opinion, this match could go either way. Because like you could say maybe Finn needs to win more, considering he's doing more with Judgment Day than Styles is doing right now. But also, then you could say Styles just needs a big win to get his momentum on track because, like you said, he hasn't had a big win in a one-on-one feud in so fucking long. It's ridiculous. So yeah, you could go either way with this. Um, okay, I'm going to go with. I'm gonna go with Styles. Because Finn Balor won the last match due to interference. I think Styles is going to win this one. So yeah, I'm
Do
gonna go with AJ Styles.
you think they continue this for one more pay-per-view or something?
I think so. I think they carry this to Rumble. I think they do.
I don't know what they're going to do with Rumble, but I would like a stipulation with us, AJ and Finn for the next one. I don't know what. I don't know what yet, but I feel like it would. I feel like it would be well deserved in this feud they've had. I don't know what, but that's why I think Styles wins this as a return match, and he really does need a win. I'm not even lying to you, but uh,
Mm.
that's interesting. We actually have. Uh, I thought you would go Finn there for some reason, but very interesting. So next up on the thing is Seth Rollins defending against Bobby Lashley and Mr. Austin Theory, the new Austin Theory, the new one and improved after his oh man failed cash in for the United States Championship. I can't believe that sentence is still coming out of my mouth with it. That's insane. Um, so I think this can be a really, really good match too because it's just when you have a triple threat, it's kind of hard to go wrong with a triple threat. I feel like I really do, and especially with what Bobby's done in the past, feels like since the Hurt Business, like I I don't last few years he's just insanely good with a lot of good matches and moments. Austin Theory, he is just getting better and better and better every week. And he's so young. That's why I think even with this stupid failed cash in, it's not going to it's not going to ruin him or anything. Even though it made him really stupid. I just don't think he's just done good and good. And Seth, easily one of the best things going on the Raw show also. So um I'll let you take over and just because I've done the first two, so I'll let you take over and how you think this plays out. Okay, is he frozen? Oh no.
All right then. Um, well, in terms of like how good this match is gonna be, I'm just gonna say two words: Seth Rollins. Oh,
Huh? Oh man, I think your
hello.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
it working?
yeah, you're
We
good.
good?
Feed was messed up. I it looked like look. it looked like you were messed up, but the way you were like,
Uh-oh.
it's like you were what was it? What's that damn challenge? Ah, damn, I can't think of it now. But you're good now if you can hear me like
Is
correct.
everything good? Everything good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Yusuf said it felt like it was delayed. Yes, that Yusuf. Hey, if you can leave and come back. Hopefully you heard me. If you can.
Okay. Okay, good, 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 good. But yeah, in terms of like how good this match is,
Oh Lord. Oh man.
it's the eh,
Uh yeah, hey, leave and come back.
yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, yeah, do that and let's see. Hold on. Okay. So let me hit add. Yep. Commercial break, y'all. Do you want me to cuss at you? Oh man, how great Ronda Rousey is. Ah, fuck that. Let's not do that. Okay. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see. He should be coming back in. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, are we
I
good?
think we're good because you're responding back to me and not responding 20
Oh,
seconds later.
the storm that we have over here, because like I'm not gonna lie, right now is fucking terrible. Like it's thunder and bad. So I hope that's not something to do with that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
anyway,
probably.
um, yeah, probably. But yeah, in terms of like the match, like it's gonna be a great match because I'll give you two words: Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is in the match, which means it's gonna be a banger. The man cannot stop having bangers to save his goddamn life. And Bobby Lashley, of course, is excellent as well, and so is Austin Theory. So yeah, of course, this is going to be a great triple threat match, no matter what. Um, it could go either way. I don't think Bobby Lashley wins it. I think Bobby Lashley is definitely not going to win the match because I don't think he needs it. Austin Theory, he could win the match and not pin Seth. Maybe Seth curb stomps Bobby Lashley and then Theory steals the match. That could be a way he could win the title. Um, because like the way I see Triple H going with this whole Austin Theory thing is the reason why he did that failed cash in is to essentially kill off Vince McMahon's vision of Austin Theory, the whole like selfie bullshit. So he killed that off. The new Austin Theory now is now Triple H's vision of Austin Theory, and yeah, Theory could win the match, but I don't know. I'm still veering on Seth retaining because I don't know. I feel like Seth is doing too good of a job as United States champion to end it now. I think so. In my opinion, I think Seth Rollins retains.
I'm going back and forth with Seth and Theory and Austin Theory because one, I think Brock Lesnar comes and basically wipes out Bobby Lashley, and they continue that. I think Brock will come back and he will interrupt with Bobby Lashley winning. So I think that cancels out Bobby for me. Uh
Definitely.
Uh, da, 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 da. Damn, damn. So we're gonna go 3 for 3 here. I'm gonna go with Seth retaining 2 because I think it's way, 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 way too soon for him to give up the title. But I would not be shocked at all if Austin Theory won somehow, some way. And I don't,
No, I wouldn't be.
think Bobby gets pinned. I don't think if I don't know, man. I think it's either Brock comes out and interrupts the entire thing just for Bobby. Seth somehow gets distracted and everything, and then Theory, does that. What the hell is it called? What the fuck is his finisher, man? There,
A Town Down, which is basically what Ty Dillinger used to use. The tiebreaker, I think he called it.
So I think he does the A Town Down on him. That's the only other way. I think it's either Seth or Austin Theory winning this. I don't see
Definitely.
I don't see Bobby doing it. I think this is where Brock returns and then they basically end their feud at the Rumble. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I do have Seth retaining as well. All right. So hopefully we have something different with these next. If we have a clean sweep of the same predictions,
It got boring.
that means that's definitely going to be wrong in one of them for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
War games. I love war games, but we're going to have the women's match up first. Bianca, Alexa, Asuka, Mia, and we don't know yet. We'll know Friday, which is probably going to be Becky versus Damage Control, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley. Oh, damn. I think, oh boy, I think this is going to help Damage Control as a group, this War Games, because it's going to bring out a different, just everybody in the group. I think it's going to bring out everybody. Everybody in this match is going to go. All right, man. I appreciate it.
Take care, Yusuf.
Have a great one.
Appreciate you tuning in.
Yes. I'll let you take off this. I'll talk about the main, which I think will be the main event. I'll talk about that first, but I'll let you go with the women here first.
All right,
what do you
then.
think? I mean, do you?
Okay.
I mean, you think Becky's going to be the 5th member because that makes sense?
Yeah, I definitely think Becky's going to be the 5th member. And I'm in 2 minds right now in terms of like the result. Okay, so if it's Becky, I could see Bianca's team winning just purely because Becky's in there, and it would just, if you have Becky returning, it would kind of like bring a sore taste in everyone's mouths if Becky's team ended up losing. But on the other hand, it would really help Damage Control as a team and also Rhea Ripley with momentum if they got the win over Bianca's team, especially Rhea Ripley, because I think the way Damage Control's team could win is if Rhea Ripley pinned Bianca in that match to potentially set up Rhea versus Bianca later on. So that could be a way I see it going things. So yeah, I'm in 2 minds. Either way, I think it's going to be utter chaos. I could see Io Sky doing some majorly unbelievable things from the top of the fucking structure, like she did in NXT. Like, like what's she gonna do next? Last time she had a trash can over her head and jumped off the bloody thing. What's she gonna do this time? But yeah, Rhea also is mad in war games as she has done in the past. So it's gonna be mental. I think overall, I think I'm going to slightly edge. Oh, okay. This one's the toughest one to predict now. Now that I think about it, um, fuck it. I'll go Bianca's team. I'll go Bianca's team.
Hmm. Interesting choice. Um, I do think it'll be Becky as the fifth member. I do think, however, the outcome will be, I think Sasha Banks will be returning at Survivor Series at the end of this match. I think this is where Sasha returns because one, it's in Boston. That's her hometown. She's going to get probably the biggest reaction out of all the cities that they're going to be in. Boston will be the biggest because that's her hometown. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I just maybe it's just later on in the Royal Rumble, maybe, but I think this would be a bigger spot for her, and it'll let her, get that like ring rust out, and just let a month before the Royal Rumble, and then you can set up whatever you want to do with her, into Mania season. Um,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. Look, this is going to be a lot of chaos. I can't wait for it on both war games. Um, so this is the one that we will disagree on because I think Alexa Bliss will turn on their team. That's my.
Ooh,
You
interesting.
seen how distant Alexa Bliss has been, and then she joked around on Twitter. It's because of the ponytail being so long, and she don't want to get hit. Okay, that's probably the lamest excuse I've heard. Like, come on now. She's been distant to be in Bray's, group. Who knows? She wanted something changed, like her character. This right here would easily do it. Um, I don't know who, but I would go at the same route as what you suggested if Damage Control and Nikki and Rhea won. I think Alexa turns on Bianca, basically Bianca, and Rhea gets the pin. I don't know. I don't know how they play it out where Bianca is laid out, maybe through a table, something. I don't know. But I think Alexa cost them basically the victory, and that's how you can that's how you can go away from having them not win with Becky coming back. You have Alexa turn basically on the team and have
Yeah,
Rhea in, and then bam, you have Rhea and Bianca later on, like you
I
said.
could see that. I could see that. That's a nice shout. Fair play. I could see that very much so.
Now, look, I could be very much wrong, but that I am going to stay with that, and we shall see Saturday night. That's all I'm going to say.
Dude, well, this time next week on the next podcast, we could be calling you a genius.
Yeah, and maybe, just maybe, WWE will be calling me for creative. So, main event, which I think it should be the main event.
Oh,
Uh,
definitely.
this for me, match of the night. Welcome to the
Hi,
stream.
Blake.
Appreciate you.
Welcome to the podcast.
You got to the great part. Now we're going to talk about the main event, which is going to be oh my god, man. So we got the bloodline with Sami Zayn, and the only reason I'm going to say this is you'll understand when I do my saying with it. And we got first is the Brutes, Drew McIntyre, and the prize fighter Kevin Owens. I am so damn glad, and I really think they really did and it's all because of Triple H. They did a curveball saying, Kevin Owens got hurt, so it wouldn't be predictable.
Yep.
Even
And it turned out to be bullshit.
No, most of us still thought it was going to be Kevin Owens. I
Yeah.
appreciate Triple H trying to do a curveball, even if we feel Kevin be the fifth member. Um, Kevin Owens, hell of a pop on SmackDown. Um, this is going to be very interesting because one, Sami Zayn did not know what to do when he saw Kevin Owens.
No, he didn't.
Put his hands on him, nothing. And I think it's going to play a huge, huge, huge part in this match.
Definitely.
And I don't know how it's going to play out because this storyline with Sami Zayn and the Bloodline and everything has been great. But, it's got a ticking time bomb with how it's got to end eventually. This is going to be the first phase of it. I think somehow, some way, Sami Zayn is going to cost his team or get be the pinfall because I got the brutes, Drew McIntyre and Owens winning this. But Roman's not going to get pinned, obviously, because they're not going to do that.
God, no. That's one thing that's certain.
Oh, damn. Can you just imagine Roman would be the one getting pinned? That would mess up everything.
That would be the most illogical thing.
I don't know who gets pinned here. It's either going to be Sami Zayn or Sami Zayn's going to cost them the match, and then someone else gets pinned. Maybe, probably, Jey Uso. Oh boy,
Jay.
Jey, it's either going to be Sami or it's going to be Jey. If Jey gets pinned, oh damn! Friday Night SmackDown,
Oh,
boy,
it's gonna be entertaining. Sammy better watch out if that happens.
yes. But Roman getting pinned,
Agreed, Blake.
yes, it would be an awful idea because first of all, we gotta leave that for Mania. We gotta leave that when he gets pinned at Mania. Um, but yes, I have the Brutes, McIntyre, and Owens. I think it makes a lot of sense because this got to be the first phase of Roman now seeing what Jay been talking about, or getting it to his hand with Sami Zayn. I think this will be the first true blow up with Roman and Sammy.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The whole Sammy and Kevin dynamic is going to be very interesting because, like you said, during that SmackDown segment, Sammy had no idea what he was going to do with Kevin. All he could do was just stand there and stare while they were just like staring at each other just for like a full 10 seconds before Roman got involved and interrupted it. But yeah, that's definitely a tease to what we're going to see at War Games. It's gonna come to a point where like everyone else is going to be taking out, and it's just going to leave Sammy and Kevin alone in the ring, and they're just going to have no idea what to do. And either Sammy's going to do absolutely nothing, and Kevin will take advantage and win the match for his team by pinning Sammy, or something else happens, and yeah, like I said, Sammy is going to inadvertently cost the Bloodline the match, whether he gets pinned or he accidentally gets someone else to get pinned by accident, and that is going to be the first like stepping stones to the Bloodline turning on Sami Zayn. Whether they turn on Sami Zayn right after the match, like they do it that quick, but I wouldn't do it like that. But that would definitely be the first building blocks towards that. Um, it's either that or the Bloodline just get the win, but I feel like that'd be just too straightforward, too boring for me. Like um like the Brutes and Drew McIntyre winning would just make more sense considering the Bloodline needs to go down that route of slowly showing the cracks, and Sami Zayn is obviously an easy target because eventually I think it is going to lead to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos at WrestleMania for the tag team titles. I think that is eventually what it's going to lead to. And yeah, Sami Zayn is definitely going to cost the Bloodline in some shape or form. And yeah, I agree with you. Brawling Brute and Drew McIntyre is going to win this match.
Yeah, I I could see a scenario where the Bloodline wins here, but I don't I don't think they need to because
No,
because the main reason for this match, and it's nothing bad with the Brutes or Drew, is to get that Kevin Owens Sami Zayn thing, and then have Sam have that first phase with Sami and the Bloodline. So, um, and I mean they've done a great job of the story of, oh, the Brutes have gotten caused by, the Bloodline, and then Drew definitely, because Solo came out of nowhere and everything, and you know and everything. I laugh about that just because I knew somehow, some way they were going to have someone else come out for Roman. I don't know why, but Drew, I was like, I know what happened. I don't know why, but I already knew. Um, but yeah, not as long as last week. Oh damn, definitely not as long. But this is probably the amount of time I would want, or hour and a half. I did not think we were going to go 2 hours last week.
the last one, no.
But certain ones are going to be longer than the others. This is mainly Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Um, before before we end this, do you have anyone that they will show? You know how Triple H loves showing like someone in the audience, like someone that might be.
Yeah.
Do you think we get a surprise that, or anyone else returning potentially?
Um. No, no one's really popping into my head. Um, like, see, like an obvious one would be Sasha, but if Sasha's going to return, she's going to be like an actual like return entrance, like just pops up out of nowhere, not just in the crowd. So maybe a legend will pop up in the crowd for like just for an appearance, but to, to be honest, I don't really think so. I mean, the last pay per view, I think Triple H had some NXT talent pop up in the crowd, didn't he? Like he had like oh, what's her name?
Nik-
God, I've put. Hmm?
Nikia Lyons
Yeah,
was
that's the one. Yeah, she had yeah, she popped up in the crowd in the last pay per view, so it's like maybe they'll just pop up with some more NXT talent. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I think there will be at least one person that pops out because they just Triple H just loves to do that every goddamn pay per view. So yeah, but it's just who it is, and to be honest, I'm not really 100% sure on who. Maybe a legend or an NXT talent, like I said.
who who's coming through my brain right now. Camelo. Hey, what's his last name? Hayes.
Hayes, yeah, Carmelo Hayes.
I think he will be, because one, I think he's coming to the main roster very, very
Oh,
soon.
he's main roster bound. Yeah, he's main roster bound soon.
Yeah, so I think that would be the one that comes to mind. Um, um, I don't think there's nothing else to add, but to run down, we got both of us got Ronda Rousey. We both got AJ, both got Seth, and then the only match we really differ is the women's War Games.
Yeah.
So
Although after hearing your like your like theory of Alexa Bliss costing that Bianca's team, I'm starting to veer towards that now. But I'm sticking with my pick. I went with my pick and I'm sticking with it. But I when you said that, I was just like, yeah, I can see this happening. I guess we'll
because
see.
I don't see anyone else costing them if they do.
No.
Because
No,
me
it wouldn't be Oscar. It wouldn't be Oscar. It
Mia
definitely wouldn't be Oscar.
Mia just came back. Nice to see Kayla Ray back. She could be another one. I mean, Triple H, he's not done bringing people back, but
No.
you gotta bring them back a certain way. Like uh, Dominique, like he's back in NXT with a different. That I don't watch NXT, but I see clips at least. He's back, so
Yeah.
he's he's facing him on NXT. So when he comes up roster, hopefully decent.
Yeah. I mean, Kaylee Ray's doing decently well on NXT with like her whole like run as like the new name Alba Fire. Me personally, I don't like it as much as I like the whole Kaylee Ray thing that she had going on in NXT UK. But that's just me personally. But yeah, in my opinion, she should have been NXT Women's Champion by now. Like I get Mandy Rose. Like I don't hate Mandy Rose, but I do think her title reign is a bit longer than I think it should have been. But that's just me personally. Um, Whether she's main roster bound, I probably say she should be because she has been in NXT for a long time now. So I think Kaylee Ray / Alpha Fire should be in the main roster at some point soon. Just I wouldn't say on Survivor Series. I don't see it whatsoever. So I see it maybe Royal Rumble. She makes a Royal Rumble appearance, and then maybe she starts appearing on the main roster after that. But nah, or maybe like her official main roster debut will be after Mania. Apart from that, I don't see her appearing. If I'm being honest.
Um, for me, if you have a long title reign, and it's not saying Mandy Rose hasn't had a good, reign. She done her going back to NXT and how she's been working has done so much wonders for her just personally. The only thing that I guess why she hasn't came back up yet is because they're trying to get the under members of Toxic Attraction just a little bit better before they all come up because they're not going to bring Mandy up and not bring them up.
No,
That doesn't make no sense. That's the only thing
no.
I can think of and held the title for as long as she has. That's the only thing because I think she's definitely ready to come up back up to doing main roster stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's been ready for a long time now. And to be honest, I think so is the rest of Toxic Attraction. I think when Toxic Attraction was on SmackDown in that tag team tournament, I think they did very well. So I dare say they've been ready for quite some time now. So I've honestly been having the opinion that they should just get a move on, lose the title, and then just go to the main roster. I don't know whether Shawn Michaels, seeing as he's the booker of NXT now, I think. I don't know whether Shawn Michaels is waiting until WrestleMania weekend to have Mandy drop the title. I don't know, but yeah, I do think Mandy really has like done well in NXT. Like it's really helped her a lot. Like the whole Toxic Attraction thing, it's made it better than she's ever been before. So yeah, when she goes to main roster, she definitely needs to have Toxic Attraction with her because it wouldn't make sense having her just by herself again. Like Toxic Attraction as a group, it is a good group to have on the women's division, for, like as a good like heel faction to have. So yeah, definitely main roster bound in terms of them as soon as Mandy drops the title, and I can see them having a good run on the main roster. I could.
Yeah, I could too. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not ready, but I don't know. I mean, maybe Shawn Michaels is really waiting till WrestleMania week. I don't know. I don't book the show. But I can tell you right now, I'd book the show better than him. But
Yep.
a lot of people are saying it's not really much better, but I don't watch it because I'm not wasting 2 hours or whatever it is with a show that average. Like I barely watch Raw, so I I'm um, but I think that's it. I'm not thinking
Yeah,
now.
I can't think of any other topics. I think we've gone over everything.
Yeah, I think we have. Um, so we got Survivor Series, and I'm having two. I'm having a buddy, and then his oh Jesus, his woman with him. They're coming over. I cannot wait to watch it because we try to watch some pay per views together, and I think watching it with someone else is always just a lot better. I can't wait to do that. Even though my house is really a mess, my house. So I've had to put. They had to put new tiling in, and because we had a leak and stuff, and oh my god, these people are going to get a call from me if they don't start doing something. Because I have a lot of patience. I really, really do. But I'm about to lose my patience because the kitchen looks like an absolute mess with how the tiling's up. The ceiling is just open, like it's not closed in like this because they're having to do that stuff. About to go insane with it, but that's my little rant about that because they might be getting a phone call here soon if they don't start doing something. Because I'm ready for all of that to be done because they still got to do the living room stuff, and oh my god, that's even more stuff. But off topic, but this has been episode 43. We talked about a good amount of topics. If you're new to the channel, if you're watching on demand, please subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. Last week, I really went live a lot with gaming stuff and just stuff like that. Slowed down because boy, I was just a lot tired. My body feeling it too. For for my age, man, I'm telling you, my body feels like it's broken down at least a little bit. Like my body from working last night to this morning, I can feel my body, and normally I don't until like later on in the week, but this, yeah. Um, episode 43, greatly appreciate it. Thank you for Luke for coming on once again. Hey,
Thank you for
we can
having
do
me.
this every. Hey, we can do this every week. I can do it easily.
I'm down.
Man.
Whenever I'm free, I'm always down to do a podcast. Sure.
Yeah, so I just honestly, I am so simple minded. Like if whatever day he's free, I just say, hey, we'll do it this time. Blah blah blah. Good with him, and we figure it out so quickly. I do appreciate it. Anyone that might actually be like wanting to do the podcast, like maybe one time a week. I mean, just anything. Talk about anything. I go live with you. I do it with Tyrell, a great buddy of mine for NFL picks. Um, so he don't have to come over to the house and us record it. We can just do it live. Really off topic, but episode 43, greatly appreciate it. Anybody that's came in, everyone that might watch it on demand, because honestly, we had a lot of people watch it on demand and everything. So Survivor Series should be a hell of a pay per view, minus one of the matches that no one really cares about.
No one cares.
So you basically say that we have 4 matches on the card, not 5. But should be a very good pay per view. Hell, Ronda and Shotzi might actually have a decent match. Every time I don't really care about a match, they seem
It
to
actually turns out to be good.
I don't know about this one. I don't know about that. But yes. All right. Let's get off here. Hope you have a great day. And to leave off with the podcast, unfortunately I missed it because of time zones. Nah, it's all good. I don't. Is she in? What time is she in the same time zone as you, or is she in a different one?
I'm not sure what time zone Spain's in. I'm not sure at all.
Same,
So
You said Spain?
Yeah, she lives in Spain.
Oh, that's unique. I love to visit Spain one of these days. I don't
Hey,
know.
me too.
I don't know what. I just telling you right now. When I come overseas, event I don't know when the hell I'll be. I mean, I can barely do a vacation in the states right now because of a lot of stuff going on. But when I save money, which it should be very soon because we've had to. You can't. Oh my god. Oh, I got distracted. Someone sent me a message and it didn't make any sense.
Oh, I'm sorry, Blake. I completely forgot about that. Sorry, Blake.
Oh,
Um,
I don't know. But yeah, I want to be one of those people that travel a lot, but kind of hard to with how much a lot of stuff costs nowadays. Just
yeah,
over.
I would love to visit Spain one day. Like it's always been high on my bucket list.
Yeah, that'd be a nice. But hope everyone has a great day, and I'll leave you off with this for episode 43. So Friday, let me just tell you, the United States are winning. Peace out.